So the trust invests entirely in global public equities and aims to deliver attractive capital growth in the long term to help investors with their long-term financial goals. But also in the short term wants to help them with their short-term requirements for cash, and so it aims to provide a rising dividend year on year, something that we've achieved in the trust since 1967. So we offer a multi-manager strategy that blends a variety of different styles. So we've actually got 10 expert stock pickers blended in the portfolio, each of them having a very different style. So we've got some that focus on the more fast-growing technology type industries. And then we've got others that are looking more for bargains in the established industries as well. So the trust invests globally, and hence you're getting access to companies around the globe, pretty much in line with the benchmark weightings that is really world market capitalization. And so the US, for example, being about 50% of the value of companies in the world. We don't take big differences to the benchmark at any particular point in time from a top-down perspective in countries and industries, and that's deliberate because whilst you can perform very well from taking a view on one country versus another or one industry versus another in the short term, over the long term it's really the choice of stocks that drives very strong results. Well, given that we have access to a number of managers here across different styles, you're actually getting exposure to quite a few different themes at any one point in time. So that might include automation, online services, the growth of the consumer in the emerging markets, or indeed the progression towards a low carbon economy. And actually on that last one, we've got some real expertise in the climate area. We have 70 climate specialists who can actually help us really understand how the portfolio looks on some of those climate metrics as well. Three differences to how other multi-manager approaches work. The first one is that we have access to managers that aren't typically available in the UK retail market. And so a lot of these stock pickers are based outside the UK. They've tended to focus on the institutional market, some of them, and so they wouldn't be known, and you can get access to those only through Alliance Trust in some cases. The second point is that we actually ask each of those managers to do something a bit different. We ask them to just give us their very best ideas, so a maximum of 20 stocks in their portfolio. And that's something, again, even if they're available in the retail space at that organisation, you can't get that 20 stock portfolio. And then finally, perhaps differently to a number of other multi-manager approaches, we're actually able to do this at very low costs indeed. And that's an advantage of Willis Towers Watson, who manage the trust, having a few trillion assets under advice and many billions of assets under management, that we're able to negotiate very strong fees with the managers that make up the portfolio. So I joined the investment industry some 27 years ago. I am the Global Chief Investment Officer at Willis Towers Watson, as well as leading the investment committee for Alliance Trust. And so ultimately I'm responsible for all of our research teams and portfolio managers. Well, I think my family would probably agree that there's not a lot interesting to say about me, but perhaps one thing I might say that I've done very recently was being a man of extremes. I haven't done a lot of exercise. I decided to get a bit fit, do something for charity, and so I agreed to do a 500-kilometre cycle from St Albans to Newcastle over 3 days, having done really no training for it. I managed to get just over 400 kilometres before my body had to accept that I couldn't quite make it. But overall we did pretty well and managed to earn a decent amount of money for the charity.